This is Eric Cooper coming from New York Comic Con 2012. Here to talk to you about Nightseeker, the main character. The main character's name is actually Nigel Spinner. He's a college kid. He works for a news station as a tech. And the news station has more viewership, more money. They say, look, Nigel, we need you to help us out, put a new satellite office into a new building, and we want you to help with the studio. So he goes there, rest of the crew. They're working until about 9 o'clock at night. Everyone wants to go home. Nigel says, look, I want to stay a little longer, get some more money. I need some overtime. They leave. He's left the building by himself. 1 o'clock hits, he's ready to go home. Locks up the studio, goes to the elevator to leave the building, but he hears a crash in the studio, goes back in, opens up the studio, and finds there's two aliens fighting in the room. So you have a weapons smuggler and a police officer fighting in the room. As the fight escalates, Nigel's part of it also, and at the end of the scuffle, the cop is fairly injured, and his enemy is down, but Nigel's still standing. The cop says, look, you see something you're not supposed to see. And also, here's all my stuff. You gotta leave the building because you can't have any trace of us being here at all. And you have to do something I can't do now, just leave. When Nigel leaves out, the whole building is decimated behind him. He gets home, wakes up next morning and says, was it a dream, was it really real? He finds out there's actually an alien implant in his arm, and it's converting his body to become the cop. And during this time, he finds out he has extra human abilities, but also has alien weaponry technology with it. So he winds up being a superhero for New Jersey. As time goes on in the story, he meets another character in there called Warlord Sage. He's actually a demon sorcerer killed by Genghis Khan. He's resurrected in our time, he becomes a drug lord in New York. As time goes on, these two stories clash together. So you have a supernatural thing going on and demonic possessions, along with the superhero and science and the sci-fi technology, and merging both stories together as one. It's a very unique, different perspective, so I want to give the reader something very different and tangible to look into. But it's a very good story, and also we have two novels actually now. And you have Nightseeker 2. Takes place mainly in New York City, dealing with two mutants, and Nightseeker's in the middle of the whole thing as they're fighting around New York City. The third book is not done yet, but it should be out by springtime 2013, and it's called The Blades of Justice. And it's really about a guy called the Guillotine. And yes, he's the kind of guy that takes heads. But he does it to the worst of criminals, but Nightseeker's trying to stop him from doing it. And it tests a person's morals as they go through the book. But it really gives you something really to look forward to seeing, and also very entertaining. But that's about most of Nightseeker's story. Nightseeker's about a character that is a regular human, but then he's hybrid into a superhero, and he pretty much takes on a mission to become a good soul and try to do the right thing. That's about it.